Reminder to silence cell phones, please. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the January 14th, 2026, the first meeting of the Lenawee County Board of Commissioners for 2026. And we'd like to welcome everyone. Okay, I would ask everyone if they, as we call it to order, if they would please rise, and we will have the invocation offered by our Vice Chairman, Commissioner Krasny, our former Vice Chairman. We'll see if he's still Vice Chairman, Commissioner Krasny, and that will be followed by the pledge by Mrs. Zubke.
If you would be willing, bow your heads with me. Thank you, Heavenly Father. We thank you for the honor of bearing responsibility for this county government. We pray for the safety of our first responders, employees, and the well-being of our citizens. We gather today as stewards of this county and its people. We ask for clarity of mind and heart in the face of complex budgets, infrastructure needs, and a competing interests. Grant these leaders the discernment to see beyond the immediate and plan for the long-term flourishing of our community. May we be guided by the principles that we hold dear. May the work done in this chamber today reflect our highest values and build a safer, more prosperous future for every resident of Lenawee County. In Jesus' name, I pray. Amen.
Amen. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Commissioner Krasny. Mrs. Zubke, thank you. Mrs. Zubke, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Ungst,
Here.
Commissioner Blanco. Here. Commissioner Collins.
Here.
Commissioner Daly.
Here.
Commissioner Krasny.
Here.
Commissioner Martis.
Here.
Commissioner Stimson. Commissioner Tillotson, absent. Commissioner Van Doren,
Here.
8 present.
And I think all the commissioners are aware, but for anybody else attending today, Commissioner Tillotson and his wife have been extremely ill, and he's been hospitalized for a period of time, but he is now at home and seems to be doing a little better. So we'll keep in communication with him. So you might keep him in your thoughts and prayers if you would. So under the rules of the commission, the chairman is elected for 2 years. The vice chairman is an annual basis. But we have to elect a vice chair for 2026, and the floor is now open for nominations for the 2026 vice chair. Commissioner Daly.
I advise, I would nominate Dustin Krasny.
Support.
And motion by Commissioner Daly, supported by Commissioner Blanco. Are there any other nominations? Any other nominations? Last call for nominations for vice chairman for 2026. If not, a motion would be in order to close the nominations.
So move. Support.
I have a motion by Commissioner Martis, supported by, Commissioner Ungst. All those in favor of Commissioner Krasny for vice chair, or no, we're gonna have a roll call. Would Mrs. Zubke?
Oh, we have to vote to close the
Oh,
nomination.
excuse me, I didn't close them yet. Okay, any discussion on closing the nominations? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying yes.
Yeah.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. Now.
Okay, roll call on Commissioner Krasny for vice chair. Commissioner Blanco. Yes. Commissioner Collins.
Yes.
Commissioner Daly.
Yeah.
Commissioner Krasny.
Yes.
Commissioner Martis.
Yes.
Commissioner Stimson. Commissioner Tillotson, absent. Commissioner Van Doren.
Yes.
Commissioner Ungst.
Yes.
8 yeas.
Commissioner Krasny is elected vice chair. Congratulations. Any comments?
Just, it's been a pleasure to get to know all of my fellow commissioners and staff over the years, and it's a really exciting job, and I thank the residents of this community for electing me, and it means a lot to me that my peers here on the commission voted for me for this position, so I'll continue to try to do my best. Thank you.
We'll be watching you, however. Know that.
Thank you, Mr. Daly, as well.
Here. Motion would be in order to approve the minutes of December 10th, 2025.
So moved. Support.
I have a motion by Commissioner Collins, supported by Commissioner Martis. Are there any additions or corrections? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying yes.
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 Opposed, no. Motion carried. Amendments to the agenda. Are there any amendments to the agenda?
If there are no amendments to the agenda, I should have this memorized by now, but I don't. I move that we proceed with the agenda as printed.
Support.
A motion to approve the agenda by Commissioner Martis, supported by Commissioner Blanco. Discussion. Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Petitions and communications. Commissioners, that one. Introduction of special guests. Limited public comment for any item on the agenda. And I did not get any petitions for that sent up. I do have one for the end of the comments, but not one for on the agenda. Resolutions and proclamations. Local school board recognition. Yvonne Thomas is here from the Lenawee County Association of School Board is the chair, and Mark Haig, our superintendent, and the proclamation will be presented by Commissioner Krasny.
Thank you all for the work you do, and Pride of Onstead is here, so good to see you, Mr. Haig. I have the pleasure of reading the local school board member recognition month. Whereas providing for the education of Michigan school-aged children is a fundamental duty of state government as stated in the Michigan Constitution of 1963, and whereas the education of our youth is the foundation upon which the economic, social, and intellectual strength of the state of Michigan is built, and whereas locally elected school boards play a vital role in representative democracy and the decisions made by local boards of education directly influence instruction, policy, and student success in Michigan's public schools. And whereas Lenawee County's 82 local school board members devote significant time and effort to governing their districts, including setting policy, overseeing budgets, hiring leadership, and engaging with educators, families, and the community, all with a continued focus on student achievement. And whereas the leadership and decisions of local school board members impact the present and future lives of children and help prepare nearly 15,000 K through 12 students in Lenawee County to succeed in a competitive 21st century global economy. And whereas local school board member recognition month provides an opportunity to acknowledge and thank these dedicated public servants for their commitment to public education and civic responsibility. Now therefore, be it proclaimed that the Lenawee County Board of Commissioners does hereby proclaim January 2026 as local school board member recognition month in Lenawee County and encourages all residents to recognize and appreciate the service, leadership, and dedication of local school board members throughout the county. I so move.
Support.
Motion by Commissioner Krasny, supported by Commissioner Martis. Discussion. Hearing none, would Mrs. Zubke please call the roll?
Commissioner Collins.
Yes.
Commissioner Daly.
Yes.
Commissioner Krasny.
Yes.
Commissioner Martis.
Yes.
Commissioner Stimson.
Yes.
Commissioner Tillotson, absent. Commissioner Van Doren.
Yes.
Commissioner Ungst.
Yes.
Commissioner Blanco. Yes. 8 yeas.
Resolution passes.
please say a few words about the great work you guys do.
So nice, Yvonne.
One of the things mentioned in there that Commissioner Krasny was reading, and I think a lot of people don't realize that there are 82 elected board members across the county, 11 districts who have 7 board members, and then the 5 at the ISD. Depending on the district, depending on the time or the year, I'll say some of those people put in an immense amount of time, whether it's in meetings around issues or just being present in their district for events and activities and so on. So I think I speak for Yvonne and the rest of the board members, even though I'm not one of those 82, is that we appreciate the recognition. And I think they empathize with you and the work as an elected official. So thank you.
Thank you.
You.
Good day.
Have a special presentation. Well, they'll do it from the. Okay, this afternoon, we have a special presentation. The 2027, 2028 USA Cycling Gravel National Championship summary will be presented by Ryan Tarrant and Steve Trozen. I hope they said that right. Experience Jackson Chamber. Gentlemen, welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm Ryan Tarrant, President and CEO of Experience Jackson, and I'm here on behalf of a regional collaborative effort that we've undertaken with Visit Lenawee and Destination Ann Arbor to bring the 2027-28 USA Cycling Gravel Nationals to our region to showcase the Irish Hills, building on the immense support that we received for Irish Hills Gravel, which started and ended at MIS Racetrack in October of last year. We had 165 cyclists from across the country, as far away as New Jersey, Savannah, Georgia, Cleveland. This year, as a part of the Michigan Gravel Race Series, we anticipate having 400 plus registered participants, and USA Cycling estimates more than 4,000 visitors to the region, with a $2.5 million economic impact for our small businesses in our smaller communities that aren't always showcased for people. But, we feel like we live in a beautiful area here in Lenawee, Jackson, Hillsdale, and Washtenaw counties, and we want to sort of push that out to the rest of the world. To talk a little bit more about some of the details, Steve Trozen, who is our outdoor recreation manager, will kind of take over on a lot of the logistics. He's running point. The one thing I will say is the local organizing committee that we've put together initially includes individuals from Lenawee, Washtenaw, and Jackson counties. Steve?
Thanks, Ryan. So you may not be aware that gravel cycling is actually a thing. It is the fastest growing subcategory of cycling in the world. So it's essentially taking what looks like a road bike, like they ride in the Tour de France or another race. They're engineered to run wider tires so they can run on dirt roads. And because traffic on those roads is a lower volume, the cars on those roads are going at a lower speed, it's safer, and it's become a really, really popular niche of the sport. No longer really a niche, it's growing exponentially. And USA Cycling, which is the governing body of cycling in the country, runs national championships in all different types of cycling areas. This is the third different destination that would host the national championships. They were in Nebraska. In 2025, they were in La Crosse, Wisconsin, and La Crescent, Minnesota. They'll be there again in 2026, and the bid process is just open for 2027 and 2028. And as Ryan said, building on the success that we had with the Irish Hills gravel bike race that we did in October of last year and are doing again in October of this year, we just thought it was natural to try and showcase the beauty of our region and try to keep us from being such a great kept secret. We really appreciate how much we enjoy being out and taking in the recreation opportunities that are in this area, and we want other people to be aware of those too. So The course would actually begin and end at MIS, and that's one of the things that we really feel gives us a leg up on other communities that are bidding. Some of the requirements that USA Cycling has are, the ability to park over 1,000 vehicles, check. Media center, check. Hospitality requirements, check. Other communities have to build tents or figure out other places where this is going to happen. MIS is basically there, and they're willing to work with us. They're actually committed to partner with us on this effort. So, and then right a half mile from MIS, you're on a dirt road on Blix Highway just south of US 12. So we've worked with a number of townships through Lenawee County and Washtenaw County for the Irish Hills Gravel Race. We're in communication with them about the potential for this race. It would be in September. The date is not solidified, but it would be before our October harvest really starts, so that the agricultural traffic, hopefully any ag businesses would not be negatively impacted by having a number of cyclists out on the road. And we just look at the opportunities when people know that this is a destination or a race that they would want to participate in. Cyclists will come early to pre-ride the course. They'll come after the fact to ride the course. So then it becomes not just that weekend, but it becomes something that can be a draw for people really on a year-round basis. So our work really started when Ryan and I visited Bentonville, Arkansas, which is Northwest Arkansas, is a hub of cycling culture. And 2 huge gravel races happen in Northwest Arkansas in October every year, where they have tens of thousands of visitors converge on their area. Now that happened over time, and we don't anticipate that it would be that big of a draw yet, but we're hoping that over the years we'd be able to really grow ourselves as a cycling destination.
Well, we'd be happy to answer any questions. Just a couple of things. First off, we are undertaking the financial responsibility for this, so there's no request for dollars from the commission. Should have led with that probably. However, we would love to have a letter of support from Lenawee County in support of the bid. And then, as far as some of the public safety, when we did our Irish Hills Gravel Race last year, we used county deputies who volunteered, and then we in turn paid for that overtime. So it didn't come out of any of those budgets.
That guy's right behind you. Any questions? Commissioner Krasner.
For full disclosure, I know Ryan in a lot of different wonderful ways. He's been a visionary for Jackson County and right to this end continues with that. And I happened to kind of bounce into that race last year and couldn't figure out what was going on until I think our sheriff notified me what was exactly happening on those dirt roads. So it sounds outstanding, fully support it. And just know that, tell all of our friends in Jackson County, remember, 3/4 of the MIS racetrack is in Lenawee County, and I'm privileged to represent that area.
Sounds good.
Commissioner Martis.
I know you're wondering, based on my physique, what kind of athlete I am. But I did reach out to some of my cycling friends when I saw this in our packet, and they warmly embraced this concept and are very excited about this. There was a time, in fact, when I did run 5K races, and one that started at Michigan Stadium and ended there was a huge draw just for that event. And I certainly see the logic of including MIS in that. So, yeah, this seems like a wonderful thing to support.
So we could offer you up as riding for us.
Oh, yeah, I'd probably come second or third place.
I also didn't know gravel cycling was a thing until Steve told me.
Right. Understood.
Is there a motion for a letter of support?
So moved.
Support.
I have a motion by Commissioner Martis, supported by Commissioner Krasny. Discussion. Any other questions for the gentleman? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Your letter of support will be on the way.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming. Approval of the consent agenda would be in order. Joanne, you read consent of order?
Support.
I have a motion by Commissioner Martis, supported by Commissioner Ungst. Discussion. Hearing none, would Mrs. Zubke please call the roll?
Commissioner Daly,
Yes.
Commissioner Krasny,
Yes.
Commissioner Martis.
Yes.
Commissioner Stimson, Commissioner Tillotson absent, Commissioner Van Doren,
Yes?
Commissioner Ungst,
Yes.
Commissioner Blanco. Yes. Commissioner Collins, 8 yeas.
Passes, and we will have accounts. We'll go to standing committee reports, which there's very few because of the holidays that entered into the picture. So Commissioner Martis, accounts payable.
But our committee, accounts payable, was not among those lucky ones that had fewer meetings. We actually had an extra one. And I will bring to your attention again, and for the folks at home, there was a meeting on 29th of December where we were authorized to make last minute budget changes, and those were complete. There's no action necessary on that. But we did have 3 accounts payable check runs that we managed. You see that all itemized. I'm certainly not going to read that paragraph full of numbers. All that being said, I will move to recommend the approval of the accounts payable payments in the amount of $6,775,753.83, with the general funds portion being $550,005.05.
Support.
I have a motion by Commissioner Tillotson, supported by Commissioner Collins. Discussion. Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Personnel, Ways and Means, Commissioner Martis.
Well, of course, Ways and Means met yesterday in an efficiently managed meeting. All the things that we did, of course, were in the minutes, and most of it was covered in the consent agenda. But I will draw attention to one action item. Health Officer Monica Hunt and Emergency Management were successful in securing a grant to cover the cost of 800 megahertz radios and 30 AED automatic defibrillator devices, which will be placed throughout various buildings, which I think is a wonderful thing. And I wanted to bring some additional attention to that.
Questions for Commissioner Martis? Thank you, Commissioner. Bridging this board appointments, Bridging the Gap Subcommittee, Commissioner Martis.
We had our last meeting where we were receiving presentations prior to Christmas, and it's a tremendous amount of work. Ms. Zisk, our Community Development Director, has spent a tremendous amount of time on this. We have now begun the process of sorting through the various applications for the monies that we have. And we meet now on next Wednesday at 3 p.m. right here in this chamber, and we will continue the very arduous task of wading our way through these very excellent proposals.
Questions? Thank you, Commissioner. Community Action Agency, Community Mental Health Authority did not meet, even though they were listed. County Planning Commission, Commissioner Blanco.
Yes, we met on December 18th. We reviewed a change to Raisin Township's township ordinance for mineral extraction and environmental protection. We also, and it was recommended, we reviewed in Clinton Township 3 parcels that were going to be changed from ag to commercial and industry. Those were recommended for approval. And then we decided that in 2026, we were going to review the Lenawee County or the Planning Commission's master plan. Every month take a section and update this book that has not been updated in a long time. And that's it.
Questions for Commissioner Blanco?
One comment. Did you
Mr.
guys look at the Ogden interim zoning ordinance?
No, it is not.
Well, that's, yeah, I didn't mean to put you on the spot. I'm
Yeah.
confident that it was, the Region 2 looked at it. My point is simply this. I don't know if Ogden voted last night, but if the board approves the interim zoning ordinance, there will only remain one unzoned township in Lenawee County, and that would be
Dover.
Questions? Any other questions? Thank you, Commissioner Blanco. So Department of Health and Human Services, Commissioner Tillotson was under the weather. Emergency 911 District Board, Commissioner Collins.
E911 met on the 8th of this month. There was an election of new officers. Chief Nick Wilson, the fire chief from Madison Township, was the chair. Sheriff Revere, the county sheriff department, vice chair. The position for the systems specialist position is posted currently. Am I correct, Sheriff?
Sheriff.
That the systems specialist position has been posted correct? Still having some problem in Blissfield in the buildings with communication, better than it was, but not optimum. Motorola's still working on it. They have updated some radios. They're gonna update some more, so hopefully they're able to correct the problem. Where is that? The 911 center has made an application for a grant for a training fund. One new dispatcher, one resigns. Status quo. And I'll answer any questions.
Commissioner Martis.
Just one comment. I was at the village council meeting in Blissfield on Monday, and they did note marked improvement and thanked us for our efforts in resolving the communication problem there. So I'm going to extend that on to you guys.
And you will discuss with the chairman, because I was watching that with the microphone and making sure that he's using the phone. So
Received, several people commented to me.
we could hear all of you really well. We just couldn't hear what the chairman was saying. Okay. Any other questions for Commissioner Martis? Collins? Okay. Transportation, again, Commissioner Tillson couldn't make it. Maurice Beer Campus, Commissioner Ungst.
We met on January 7th. We got a report from the director. I got a count of our clients in there. The numbers haven't changed. We have as many out county as we do in county students. Also, we heard a presentation from one of the students. They have a vertical growing farm. They grow vegetables and that type of thing. They're growing to for the clientele there. So that was a really nice presentation. The girl was really into this, and she's going to spread it on to the rest of the students and really build some anxious up into that. So
Questions? Commissioner Collins?
Questions to comment further on the young gal that made the presentation. She gave an excellent presentation, very confident, very well informed. And apparently she is the one that kind of took the reins when it all started. And there were some figures at first. She worked through all the figures. So the success is hers. And it's a good example of something that occurred on the campus that this young gal probably is going to straighten her life out. At least it appears from this program. Because it looks like she's going to stay in this field once she gets used to it.
Great. Very interesting. Any other questions? Michigan Works, Commissioner Collins?
It's not been since the last meeting. We'll meet next Wednesday.
Okay. Region 2 Planning Commission did meet. They're working on their website. They're doing an update on village zoning map for Addison, updating the master plan for Deerfield, and analyzing the end use fee schedule. Somebody says. Village of Clinton, they're working on the master plan. Franklin Township, updated planning commission on the master plan, and Woodstock working on township master plan. On the county, they attended county planning commission and worked on the PA 116 applications from Blissfield Township. Were reviewed and approved, and zoning amendments at Medina and Palmyra Townships. And under the Public Transportation Authority, 2 bus projects were added to the Lenawee Transportation budget for the tune of $255,000. And then the EDA offered, upon successful approval of the grant application, Region 2 Planning Commission Partnership Planning Grant of $350,000 covering the period January through December. And they noted that that's a reduction in the local match from 50% to 40%. And then they elected officers for next year. And the chair was Andy Penrose, vice chair Matt Schwartzlander, whom we all know now is the administrator up in Addison, or in Brooklyn. Treasurer Mark Overton, and secretary yours truly. For some reason I made the meeting and got elected, I guess. So any questions? Okay, substance abuse disorder didn't meet. Liaison appointments, MTA, Commissioner Blanco.
Did not meet in December.
Road Commission, Commissioner Martis.
I meet with them tomorrow morning at, 9.
Veterans Affairs, Commissioner Collins.
Veterans Affairs met on the 12th of December, and we'll be meeting again this Friday. They discussed or reported on the ALICE training that was conducted with that department. Because of the sometimes lack of a business, excuse me, for every meeting, it was decided and voted on and approved to meet every other month rather than every month. So they will be meeting in the odd months from this time forward. There was Todd Gilman was appointed to the board to replace Aaron Ricketts, who resigned. The Veterans Relief Fund was used one time for Vietnam veteran for utility bills, and that was it. I'll answer any questions.
Questions? Congratulations, Mr. Gilman. Any questions? Hearing none. Wellwise Services normally does not meet in December, but they called the meeting for ratification of their union contract and had a special meeting, lasted for a number of hours. The board did approve the contract 5-2 with the 2 no votes coming from Hillsdale County and Lenawee County. Questions? Okay, other liaison appointments. I don't think there are any. Unfinished business. New business, Administrator Murphy, strategic planning meeting options.
Most of you received an email from Ms. Zupke talking about some available dates for our strategic planning. And it looks like the dates in the Saturdays in March are the ones that were recommended. So at this point, I think we're going to focus on, I believe it is March 14th and March 21st. What's that? A couple of the dates in March, the 7th and the 21st. We have a couple conversations going on right here, but there are some dates in March that are the ones that we're going to focus in on. So we will be in contact with County Administrator from Kent County to find out which date will work best for him. And then we will get that information to you. In the meantime, I am compiling a list of the departmental goals for the different Lenawee County departments that I've received, as well as some of the prior goals that the commission has indicated that they are interested in, along with our 2013 strategic plan, which was the last time our plan was updated. We'll get all that information to you prior to that session, and once we have finalized the date, we will publish that information because it will be a public meeting where the our public is invited to attend and observe the process.
Questions for the Administrator, Commissioner Krasny.
Approximately how long will the meetings be?
From what I've been told by Mr. Vanderberg, he would like to start somewhere around 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning, and he anticipates wrapping up by about 1 or 1:30 in the afternoon.
Lunch will be served.
We will have something available for breakfast and potentially something for lunch for the commission, yes.
Always good to provide food. You give me.
It will not be homemade lavish lunch. I just want to, I'm not making food for you and bringing it in.
Any questions for the Administrator? Thank you, Kimberly. We have a FOIA appeal, and I'll turn it over to Deputy Administrator Shannon Elliott.
Yes, we received a FOIA on December 19th of 2025. That FOIA request was denied due to Michigan Compiled Law 15.233 parens 1 parens A, due to the fact that the requester provided no identifying information, which again is in violation of the Freedom of Information Act statute. So it was denied under the MCL. That requester appealed that denial and is asking for us to reconsider and disclose the documents in which they requested. So the appeal came in shortly thereafter. So you have the opportunity, the appeal is not considered received until the first regularly scheduled Board of Commissioners meeting, which is today. So you have the ability to reverse the denial and request, or excuse me, force the disclosure of the requested documents, uphold the denial and say, no, we agree that this denial is accurate and understood, and that it is in violation of the statute, or do a denial in part, approval in part, or upheld in part. Which means you can say some of this stuff should not be disclosed, some of it should be disclosed for various reasons. In a rare occasion, you can take a 10-day extension, but only one 10-day extension, and then give your response to the appellant at that time. There is a defense in your packet. If you would like me to go through that, I can do that.
I move we affirm the denial.
I have a motion by Commissioner Martis, supported by Commissioner Collins. Discussion.
The statute's clear. That's all I have to say.
Commissioner Martis. That's it. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion carried, appeals denied. Public comment. Is there any other new business? Oh,
Yes, we need to, meet for the policy and procedures meeting to, update the policy to allow grants to be, approved immediately. And I was thinking we could meet, February 2nd, which is following the airport meeting at 10 a.m.
okay. So the chair is calling the meeting.
Yes,
Okay.
Of the committee.
of the, yeah, does it need to be a committee of the whole?
No.
No, just the committee, okay.
Just your committee. Right. Okay. Any other business? New business? Public comment. I have an open letter for Voting Americans, Matthew Whitty. So Matthew, residents and
Yep. Thank you, Jim. Raisin Township, 6766 North Raisin Center Highway. I'm here to really address everybody in the room. I drafted what I call the open letter to all voting Americans, and it has to do with the administration of our elections nationwide. But I think action that needs to be taken at the local level. Not to implicate anybody in the room, everybody here believes that they're doing their job correctly, at least those that have their hand on elections. But I think what's becoming very publicly understood nationwide is that there's some fundamental issues with the way our elections are administered. And the matter that it's not visible to people that administer the elections, I think is very telling to the matter that we as individuals, as citizens of this nation, need to take action. So I put together this letter. We certainly start out with the matter that our right to vote is constitutionally guaranteed, and we expect that our elections will be administered fairly. But if you look at the public data, and I've done analysis on this, part of a team of people, and I've been doing this nationwide for quite a few years now. It's clear that our elections are not administered fairly. For years, the number of registered voters in Michigan has exceeded the voting age population. You just stop and think about that for a minute, okay? Our voter rolls are overpopulated. We've got more, the voter rolls have more voters registered than there are people of voting age in the state. So how can you run a fair election with that going on? When that happens, we have no assurance that ballots go out only to real voters. When the voter registration rolls are, well, dirty is the word that's used, but they're obviously being intentionally manipulated. I'm going to bring that up with the example of the 2020 general election. It was certified here in Michigan with nearly 20,000 more ballots cast than the number of identifiable voters. That's a fact. It's not hyperbole. I've even got a letter from the Bureau of Elections that states that, okay? But what's really shocking, if you take a careful look at the ballots cast statewide, there's an impossible pattern in voter turnout. And when I say it's impossible, there's a ratio between the number of voters registered, remember the dirty voter rolls, and the ballots that were cast in every county. And that ratio is the same. It's essentially voter turnout is the same county by county. Here in Lenawee County versus Wayne County versus Wexford County, all around the state. And when you look at that mathematically, it's really impossible for that to happen in a natural form. And what it says, it suggests that ballots were issued and cast systematically over and above requests by actual voters, okay? Again, it's not hyperbole, it's there. So really it's up to us, we the people, to take control of this. So I've included my email on here, and I would just appreciate hearing from people. I'm happy to hand out copies of this letter. I've got multiples. I gave one to, with my request so that it could be put there. But if you would just please contact me, handcountlenawee@proton.me. I'd be happy to instruct on what it is that we local citizens need to do to help clear this up. And I appreciate everybody's attention. Thank you.
thank you. Any other public comment?
Good afternoon.
Name?
My name is Todd Gilman. I'm from Cambridge Township. I'm just, sorry I did not make the meeting yesterday, but I just wanted to thank the chair and the members of the board for the confidence you've shown in appointing me to the Lenawee County Veterans Affairs Executive Committee. I'm honored by the appointment and appreciate the opportunity to serve. I look forward to working with the board and the committee to support the veterans of Lenawee County. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and thank you for serving. Any other public comment? Yes, name and residency.
Afternoon, Commissioners. My name is Victor Boron, 3660 Wisner Highway in Adrian Township. I have nothing actually serious to say, just thank you for letting us be here. Hopefully we've been quiet enough. This is a educational opportunity for my children. Obviously, they're homeschooled because they'd be out of school right now. So I appreciate it. I was a civil engineer for about 10 years. Now I farm commercially here in the county. We've loved living here in the county, and we love to make it home. We're from Wayne County originally, downriver in Trenton, right on the Detroit River. Lived in Oakland County, and this is by far our favorite place to live. So we appreciate it, and we thank you. And I just wanted to show my children, government in action, and also respect for rule of law. I come from a both military and state government family. My cousin is a Michigan State Police in the Northern Lower Peninsula. And like I said, I was a civil engineer both in public and private roles. I don't miss being on the planning commission, but there are days when, I do miss the paycheck. So have an excellent day. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your comments. Welcome, young man. Any other public comment? Commissioner comments? Commissioner Collins?
My apologies to Mr. Gilman. I failed to mention, when I talked about him being appointed, that he is a Navy veteran. So I just wanted to make sure, that's hard to say for us Army vets, but.
Any other commissioner comments? Commissioner Krasny?
I just want to thank you, Mr. Chairman, that you're running these meetings so well. Now, families are bringing their children in to see good governance. This is that's quite the endorsement. So thank you.
What can I say? Any other comments? Administrator?
Support.
Motion to adjourn?
Yep. And I support it.
Motion by Commissioner Blanco, supported by
Or Kevin and I support it.
Commissioner Martis. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. We are adjourned. Thank you, everyone.